Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and today I'm going to be doing a little track review of Black Sabbath's God Is Dead. So, like David Bowie earlier this year, the original lineup of Black Sabbath is a band I thought I'd never get the opportunity to review any form of new material, whether it be album or song. So, the fact that they both came in the same year, and both within a couple of months of each other, is very cool, to be honest. But the matter in hand is the first single from Black Sabbath's upcoming album, 13, which I think comes out June the 10th, 14th, I don't know, around mid-June, has dropped, and it is called God Is Dead, like the Friedrich Nietzsche quote. The question, though, on everybody's lips is, should they have bothered? I mean, could they really rekindle a flame that died over 30 years ago? I mean, well, their last album was, Never Say Die, which was 1978, I think? 78? Yeah, I think around then. That's a long time ago to not work with someone musically. And to us, I would have been really sceptical had it not been for the fact that a certain Rick Rubin was going to produce it. A man who seems at the moment to specialise in resurrecting older artists' careers and squeezing the best out of them, e.g. ZZ Top's album last year, La Futura, which brought them back to their older pre-Eliminator classic sound and was just fantastic. So I hope they could do the same with Sabbath, bringing them back to the early 70s when they were the pioneers, the innovators, and the ones to lead the way. So is this a return to form, a rekindling of that signature classic sound? Or does this show that some bands should just stop? So the song, it starts out slowly, with a gentle, slow drum beat from Wilkener, and Iommi picking a beautiful soft line over, while Geezer plays a few bass notes before Iommi starts playing a big old 70s Sabbath-sounding riff with a really dark, brooding feel to it, before everything returns to the calmer, earlier, more tranquil sound, as Ozzy's low vocals begin to come in. And this song already has an ominous atmosphere to it, which is especially driven by the excellent bass line from Geezer, who really is the star of the show on this song, though everyone performs to an exceptional standard. And yeah, Geezer, his bass lines are just amazing on this. And as the song ramps up for the chorus, as Ozzy sings, the voices echo in my head, is God alive or is God dead? And he sings it with such a great sinister tone to it. These low vocals really suit him. I found that in more recent years, he seems to have been taking his range higher and higher, which continues to get older and older. Doesn't really work. So I'm pleased we're returning back to that, Black Sabbath, paranoid, darker, lower tones of vocals. Now this song, it's a pretty damn long one, coming in at about 8 minutes, and I've had some complaints that really it doesn't pick up until about the 6-minute mark. And although I agree that the climactic part of the song does start around then, I think it still remains interesting and definitely captures your attention up to then. It's like a good prog song. It gently builds the tension and atmosphere before letting go towards the end. And this is what the song does with its massively catchy chorus and general 70s feel, yet it definitely has that slight modern age to it, and it feels up to date yet retro. I would say definitely doesn't feel like a clone of their past work, but instead they just take influence. Well, of course, they're allowed to take bloody heavy influence from what they wrote. It's their stuff, but they definitely don't copy it, is all I will say. And, with the beautiful guitar riff that plods along, unlike most metal bands, I find they never really managed to capture that, Iommi riff as well as he could. And of course, Iommi, he knows what he's doing, he bloody invented it. And then you have that bass line that it just matters. It's just, as I said, it's amazing. And especially the bass solo towards the end, it's one of the best I've heard in recent years. Because, well, it works. It sounds stunning in the context of the song. And Ozzy's voice, I already talked just a little bit a minute ago, but, I have criticised him in recent years for his vocal work on albums like Scream, where I'm not too sure all the vocals were, how to say, au naturel, but here with his foreboding tones and the guidance of Rick Rubin, I can be fairly sure that they are natural this time. What about Brad on drums? Well, he does the job. Not mind-blowing here, but he isn't given the opportunity. It's quite a slow, steady song. So I'm sure we'll see him in, the other tracks on the album, and I'm sure there'll be some faster ones, I hope there are, that, his true drumming potential, or, with this band. Obviously, we've seen him in other bands like Rage Against the Machine, and I think he was in Audioslave. Anyway, overall, it seems as if Sabbath could be back. Obviously, I'm going to wait till the entire album comes up before passing judgment, but this shows real promise, real potential. I personally love the slow building nature, and especially as it delivers at the end. It has that punch. I think it's wonderful. Although, I'm going to give it a, maybe slightly conservative, 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, it's not the greatest song Sabbath ever released, and I don't want to be a fanboy about it. I want to wait till the album comes out, really, and see it in its true context before, judging it finally. But at the moment, I'd say it's an 8.5 out of 10. A weird choice of a single. It's Black Sabbath's Where Are We Now? It's the slow, building song. And as Where Are We Now sounded, I love it by itself, but it sounded even better in the context. I think this song will as well, and will show even more of its true colours, especially when cranked out through a hi-fi, instead of with iHeartRadio in the middle, which is so annoying. I can't wait till a different bloody stream comes out. I hate that so much. Anyway, fantastic song. Check it out, obviously. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you have. So this has been the Album Man. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to subscribe, and as usual, long live rock and roll.